right after you said that. Fuck.
Piss Blossom.
Ah.
Oh, I can't do that. My throat is so fucked, guys, because like if I go like above a certain frequency, don't take that out of context, Paige. I saw that face.
Mitch, maybe your throat wouldn't be so fucked if you weren't sucking so much dick for OnlyFans.
Don't comment about my OnlyFans unless you're subscribed. By the way, link in bio.
honey, if I could afford it, I would. I'm literally broke, okay? I'm waiting for a paycheck this week.
No, that I believe. What I am struggling to believe is whether you would or not.
I mean, I'm always gonna be supportive of my friends.
Are you literally gonna be like, right, subscribe, don't look, nope.
Just send you 5. I'll just like unlock. I'll pay to unlock the photos and then I shut the app just so you get the money.
Here, take my money, bitch. Leave.
Once a week, you see like $10 from me, and then I disappear again until the next photo set drops.
I need help.
Don't we all?
I was gonna say, welcome to the club.
That's a loaded statement. Can you please clarify?
Look, I'll be specific. My tattoo that I got was really patchy, so I got it filled in by a friend of mine. And now it's in the itchy phase. And it's worse than the original one.
Little tip. Don't scratch, just literally go like that.
Tap, tap, tap. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. I've been tapping away. But it looks like I'm tapping my boobs.
I mean, it's normal for women to tap their boobs, so.
Yeah.
Everything's still in place? Everything's still yep, over there.
You know, like sometimes I have to check and see if the piercings are still there, so I tap to see. Because I forget I have them.
Good for you. I'm not brave enough to do that.
Until Paige, one fateful night, you get up and you just hear.
Oh god, that is always
Like,
terrifying. No, it's terrifying waking up and one of the it's still in, but one of the ball bearings is missing and you can't find it in your bed.
Oh god.
Where did you go?
I've had that happen. That's why you always wear a shirt to bed when you got titty piercings.
Tattoos I can deal with, but piercings, like, no.
Sarah says smack that tat. She's not feeling well to play tonight, but she's trying to watch the stream. She's here with us in spirit.
If I could get any kind of piercings, I'd totally get snake bites.
That Hannah, you're bringing out the bisexual in me. That's fucking hot.
Hannah, I need you to calm your. I need you
to calm down. It may be National Coming Out Day, but I've already came out so much this year. I don't need to do it again.
Same, but also, yes. Yeah, we are concerned because of but we also would support you doing so. The thing that would look awesome.
I'm actually thinking of getting like a set of fake piercings to see if like a lip one will work or a septum will work for me.
That's a great idea. They sell them real cheap. Make sure you wash them before you put them on your face.
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't say. Well, I have said you are in the past, but for different reasons.
I was going to say, shut the fuck up.
In that context, I don't think you're an idiot. But yes, that's always anyone looking to get piercings. They'll have sometimes fake ones that you can just slide over and then see how it looks. So you don't just punch a hole in your face.
Couple of quick announcements got today. Yes, I mentioned it is National Coming Out Day. If you're not ready to come out, that's fine. But first and foremost, it is Indigenous Peoples Day. So repeat after me. Fuck Christopher Columbus.
Fuck him right.
Because of him, the indigenous people of the Caribbean were almost wiped out. So fuck Christopher Columbus. And to any of our indigenous viewers, we are blessed with your presence tonight.
Like,
friend of mine at
Correct.
work
Christopher Columbus
support you
believed.
24/7, 365 every year.
a
Yeah.
friend of mine at work shared her indigenous culture by wearing some traditional face paint.
Oh, that is awesome.
Very
I thought
nice.
it was amazing.
um, on the topic of indigenous people, I saw that this woman got a little bit of hate for having like lower lip mouth tattoo, and she was in a very like esteemed place of work,
Mm-hmm.
but she got a little bit of hate for it like at the beginning, but a lot of people realized, wait, nah, that's basically the same culture as, say, wearing a burqa, wearing a religion, even just a religious piece of clothing. It's their religion, and to be honest,
It is their culture.
anyone who can do that in a big business that she was working, I can't remember where she was working, but definitely like near enough government official. But do not be afraid to show your culture.
Never be afraid to show your culture. Never be afraid to be proud of your culture. Is I don't know if you've noticed, we're all a bunch of mayonnaise skinned people here.
We are pasty.
We are pasty. We have little to no culture.
I am aware of of indigenous spice not too far back in my history. I don't know much about it. I hope to learn, but it's not like. But having such in your family is one thing, and you can certainly be proud of that. But I would prefer to let more prominent indigenous people who live in their own culture and who are part of that community talk about stuff like that. I've seen people who look like me claim to have some sort of ancestry related to it and then talk about it like they've lived the struggle. I'm like,
And then they literally have not.
you can support, but you can support over there. Let them talk. Like it's. I hope to learn more about it, someday. But yeah, I will let.
It's just a reminder, if you are of the alabaster complexion like we are, to be an ally doesn't mean to speak over people. We're not saying don't use your voice to help, but make sure your volume is not too loud.
Yep. If someone is allowing you to raise your volume, by all means. But if someone's trying to raise their volume, do not speak above them. Stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
My father,
Anything.
my father, in his wisdom, said, and this is as an example parallel with the Black Lives Matter movement that really showed up recently.
Mm-hmm.
That my father came to the conclusion where he said, you know what? I've decided not to take the word of a white man on a news station for how Black people should feel or how anyone of color should feel.
Exactly.
So,
if anything, if you want to, if you are of our complexion, you want to help out indigenous people, direct them to prominent creators who talk about the issues and the struggles. Modern Warrior on TikTok is one who I absolutely love his content, and
one of my mutuals, Starlinia, they are Nipmuc indigenous, and they are an amazing cosplayer, playwright, everything. Support them, please.
Oh yeah.
As well as, if you want to help out, donate to indigenous charities. There are plenty out there.
If you get any indigenous related apparel, buy from indigenous sources. Don't buy from fucking Urban Outfitters or Spirit of Halloween to get dream catchers. Buy from an indigenous artist. Support your local indigenous artists.
And plus, they'll be made better and last you so much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Funnily enough, working at Spirit of Halloween, we don't have those this year.
Oh, the one in my town has the dream catchers in the witchy section.
Yeah,
and they are shitty. They are so shitty.
I don't think we did. Granted, our wedgie section got cleared out quickly, but we also don't have any like the stereotypical Indian costumes. Or you don't have any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least not at our store or the other location where I worked at.
The next step they need to do is to remove all of the fortune teller costumes, and then we're good. Yeah,
they have them relegated out to the very back.
Yeah, they put all of ours on the clearance section. I'm just like, just get rid of them. They're so offensive.
Also, as it is Halloween, do not dress up as indigenous people for Halloween. That's just a
Please
dick
don't.
move.
Culture
No.
is not costume.
Exactly.
If it's not your culture, don't fucking dress up as it.
Well, yeah. Well, I agree that we shouldn't have those kind of costumes at all, especially because people who aren't part of the community are going to try and wear them. I think the reason why we shove them in the back is because we don't really want to sell them. Like, I've talked to my coworkers. We don't really want to sell those things, but we also get them, and we have to put things on the floor. Like we can't have things like piled up in the back. We just like we'll put it out there in the back where no one's gonna give a damn. We'll take care of them. Like the point, get rid of them afterwards. But like it's a work in progress.
With that, I think that is the end of our announcements. Just as always, fuck Christopher Columbus. He can rot in hell.
Also, fun fact about Christopher Columbus. Most what we know, what we're taught here in America about Christopher Columbus actually comes from a book that romanticizes all of his work and not actually the work that he did.
Another
It's
fun
bad
fact.
when the leaders of the Spanish Inquisition tell Christopher Columbus he is fucked in the head, because they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Fun
the even
fact.
the Spanish monarchy was just like,
It's like-
what?
That's why he went to the Italians.
No, he went to Portuguese. He went to the Portuguese.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Portuguese?
Yeah.
He petitioned a few, but the Portuguese are the
It
ones
was
who were
either
like,
the Portuguese
that's
or
right.
he started at the Portuguese and went to the Spanish, got the approval of the Spanish, did his fucked up shit, and the Spanish monarchy was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What? Yeah. Fun fact: he also, according to his journals, believed that the Earth was pear-shaped.
With a
This is-
little nipple.
Let's
With a
not
with-
continue discussing a man who died of possibly syphilis.
So much syphilis. Just an astounding amount of syphilis.
Are we ready to play tonight?
Yes.
Let's deal with
I'm gonna fight my dad.
let's stop talking about real life racism and talk about fantasy racism.
Hannah, that is not how we transition this.
God damn it, Hannah, why?
Fantasy racism affects real life too. That's a
Oh,
whole
God.
other topic we could discuss.
No, but
Just-
Pandor is a great place full of great diversity and
Mm.
great people who are in it. Of
What?
course, there are a couple of assholes,
Yeah.
but it does not take away from the beauty of this world. Please.
And for the record,
When in doubt, I could bitch slap a racist. In this
There you
game.
go.
I mean,
I-
that one is.
and with my bow.
I give full permission. If someone's being a little too crappy, please attack them.
I mean, Darwin already decapitated a racist, so
Yep.
catch up, folks.
Uriel's still worried about. Yeah, out of everyone, he's still more worried about leaving Darwin alone around the Leishman than anyone else. The others he mentioned, the other thing that killed him is like Darwin's going to pick the one asshole we actually need to talk to and cut off his goddamn head.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
Moving swiftly on.
so last time, Inga contacted her patron to ask if he had changed other people like he did to her. She also asked if he could make her frog army into something special with magic. However, he said that the magic that he could do would have to wear off at some point. He suggested that she find them a proper lake for them to grow, which she asked for numerous opinions on the subject, which most people said, yeah, find a better lake. Fractum offered to help Angar find a new lake for all of those little tadpoles. Excuse me. And then Calypso came up with a great idea to actually ask the tadpoles themselves of what they thought and what they wanted. Angar agreed and asked what the tadpoles wanted. A single spokes tadpole told her that all of them wanted to go off on their own for their own ideas and adventures, but were willing to spread across Pandor to help her whenever she called. So she released them into a freshwater lake and wished them the best as they swam freely. Candela tried her best to support and comfort Inga from making the right decision. They also got to talk about their favorite foods like crawfish and hot wings. When the group arrived at Ashkala, they debated on what they wanted to do first. Lee Raz sneakily placed 100 pearl for each party member in their bags without anybody noticing except for Fractum, who kept it quiet. And then the party decided to head to King Theodoric as their new task. They informed the king about the crystals and how they got them, also about the fort in Creston and what went down there. The king also asked Celine if things were going smoothly, to which she nodded for some kind of purpose. They don't know what exactly that means. It's very interesting. Once the group left, the king and Dallin talked together about Abner and how he chose Dallin for some purpose. Theodoric was very shocked. They also talked about the importance of the role of the king. And the king asked Dallin if he found his wife and kids, to which Dallin said that he knows that they are indeed alive, but not that he knows where exactly they are. So Dallin decided that he might end up going to the Temple of Abner in Ashkala. And the last shot was that the camera zoomed out from the castle and into the Temple of Daryon to show his symbol with the sun shining over it. So,
That's my sky
once upon a
daddy.
time,
Not long ago.
I was in snow.
I was ahead.
Bullshit. Florida's never seen snow.
But I lived in Illinois for a while.
Yeah, we get snow. It's mean here. You know that meme of why do I live in a place where the wind hurts my face? That's Illinois. At any time of year, if it's too hot, wind hurts your face. It's too cold.
As of right now, it's fall in Florida, and it's usually a high of 90, usually 88 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not great.
That's still sweltering.
That is.
I mean, how can I enjoy my high?
That is 31.1 Celsius.
How can we enjoy our pumpkin spice lattes and hot warm drinks for the fall if it's too fucking hot?
It is 13 Celsius at my location right now.
Frappuccino.
It's cold.
It's
55 degrees Fahrenheit.
60 degrees.
Currently 76 degrees for
In a
me.
couple months, I have to switch my air conditioning to heat.
It is currently 54 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm sorry.
For me.
Aren't you cold?
Who?
He's English. Hannah, is that something you ask an Englishman?
You cold? It's my default state of being.
Look, as soon as it hits the 60 degrees Fahrenheit is when it starts getting cold for me.
Yeah, yesterday it was like 48.
Yeah, no, it's just fucking Scotland. The weather can try and kill you at any time.
So, if any of you decide to come visit, bring
Be
jumpers.
shorts.
I have visited once. I kind of want to go back.
Yeah, I really want to.
Please do. I
I
want
have
to tackle
to bring
hug you.
all of my long sleeve shirts. I hate long sleeve shirts.
Sleeves are
Sleeves are
bullshit.
bullshit.
I'm trying to pronounce the city I visited, but I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up again.
That's not hard. They named
Okay.
it.
Oh,
They
Starts with an E. It's the most haunted city in Scotland, rumored.
Edinburgh?
Edinburgh. Yeah, I mispronounce it so much.
I swear, if you say Edinburgh,
No,
I'm
I
done.
know it's not Edinburgh. But I remember I mispronounced it one time, and Brandon was like, "Paige, I'm disappointed in you."
That's just Brandon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He just gave me a long look like, Paige, I'm so disappointed in you. And I'm like, I'm trying my best.
So
Yeah, Edinburgh. That's my favorite city. I want to go back. Continue.
So I know that the party has left the castle. What would you guys like to do as of right now? I know that Uriel is going to go visit his family.
At this point, have we converged together outside the castle, or we're still separated?
I think
Uriel went on his own to go see his family. But the rest of the party, I believe, has met outside of the castle, except for Inger and Calypso. But most of you can automatically assume that Inger is on her shit.
Yeah.
And Calypso is probably in the tavern drinking alone.
Yeah.
Oh, Uriel deliberately would have not gone to the castle with them because if he went to the castle, he needs to eventually give his report to the king. He knows that. But his assistant would find him and drag him away to do paperwork. He's like, I have other shit I need to do first. I need to hide from her. I'm going to go this way.
So
Yeah,
I will get to Uriel in just a moment. Because that will be its own thing.
Darwin just finding Candela and Fractum and realizes the two missing bodies. They're gone and done their own shit again.
Yeah, most likely.
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, what do you two have in mind for the rest of the day until we have to make sure that Uriel doesn't kill his dad?
Why would he kill his dad?
Have you met his dad?
I don't think so.
I believe you have. He was the arsehole that we stayed at yours house. He was the arsehole who barely came out of his office.
Oh, yeah, he's the one who, had his door pranked, right?
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yes, he also
Yes.
informed his mother what the problem was so they could replace the door handle. His father likely chucked it into the woods.
Down at that point, it's just gonna remember the prank and just.
I miss Junk and Scrap. That was funny.
I hope they're okay.
Yeah, I hope they're okay too. They lucked out having to miss out on this crystal bullshit.
Yeah.
I wonder if the door still squeaks.
Do you wanna go find the doorknob?
I mean, do you think Uriel would get upset if we barge in on his house?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they invited us.
Did they?
Didn't you?
He's not here, Dallin.
Did they?
He's going and talking to his dad.
Speaks into nothing. Didn't you? Oh shit, where the fuck is he?
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. We all remember where his house is, right?
Granted, at one time he said that if you guys were in town and needed a place to stay, you were welcome. His mother specifically extended a welcome to the party if they needed.
That is true.
I mean,
That
I
is true.
only need to stop by the Sun Soul Monastery later to discuss some things, but
Do you need me and Fractum to come with you, or is this a?
I'll just do it at the end of the day because I have to go sleep there anyways.
Okay.
If it's alright with you, I'd like to do some shopping.
Yeah, if you want to.
All right, then perhaps we'll meet later at the tavern.
Alrighty. And Candela is going to check her coin purse because she's thinking of shopping later, and she finally notices the 100 pearl. What?
Yep.
Oh,
How did those get in there?
a gift from Lee Raz.
Are you shitting my dick?
I am in fact not shitting your dick.
Dow gonna check his belt as well. Just does he find it?
Yep.
She makes it really hard to hate her.
It's still kind of terrifying how she was able to slip money into our coin purses without us noticing.
Aren't you perceptive as fuck?
Uh,
Or are you stealthy as fuck? Or
1 second,
both?
let me pull up my character sheet and see.
Yes.
I'm neither, so that's why I'm asking.
I'm waiting for my character sheet to load up before I can answer. Loading, loading, loading. She goes, I'm neither, I think. I mean, if I'm actively looking, I'm pretty perceptive, but if I'm kind of just like staring off into space, not really.
Oh shit. Also, Selena's with you.
Ah,
Oh, she.
I forgot you were there. I'm so sorry, Celine.
Sorry, I'm really quiet sometimes.
Well, at least you didn't sneak up behind me, because we all know what happens when you sneak up behind anything
Oh, I've
equine.
learned that a number of times. I never stand behind a centaur.
You okay there, Darwin?
I'm old. I nearly had a heart attack. Bear with me.
Rise,
Your-
lesbian.
Your,
Ah!
your antlers aren't gonna fall off in the stress, are they? I heard that antlers fall off due to stress.
They do. But only in the winter months. And as it is summer, we have no issues.
But when winter comes, winter is
You're
coming,
going to look
Darwin.
funny.
No, nothing, Jon Snow.
Well, Dow does have
Wait,
this.
you've read those books too, Celine?
Oh yeah, they're some of my favorites.
Because I imagine she just randomly said, "You know nothing, Jon Snow."
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the author to finish them.
Yeah.
Oh, the play was terrible.
Game of Stones.
He's a Phoenix author, though, so I think he's probably gone through a couple poofs, so that's why the series is taking
Might be
forever.
taking so long now.
Yeah.
Game of
Yeah.
Stones, man.
Yeah.
Great book series.
Mm-hmm.
What if Leland is the author?
That would be
God.
surprising.
I mean, it's possible that this Borge SS Smarkin is using a pseudonym.
I'm sorry. What?
Guys,
I'm trying my best to improvise, y'all.
look what Sarah posted in the chat.
Oh God. I'm scared.
Anyway.
Darwin quickly tells Celine. Actually, Celine, you could help me.
Okay, what for?
Could you escort me to the Temple of Abner, please?
Sure.
Does anyone need anything while I go shopping?
I'm good for now.
Do you
Do
need some
I?
chalk for your antlers?
You need some rub and buff to make him shiny. Maybe a couple tennis balls to cover the sharp spots so you
Are they
don't stab
velvety?
someone.
Are they velvety or are they like bone?
They're bone currently. In elk's antlers go through. In the summer, it's sheer bone.
Mm-hmm.
Autumn, they start to splinter and bit off piece by piece. Winter, they're completely off. Spring, they are velvet.
Interesting.
To make I know there are some zoologists that are just like, "Wait, you got it wrong," but that's as far as I know. Hold on. All right. Actually, Fractum, if you could get some natural oils and ointments, that'd be grand.
Yes, I can stop at the apothecary.
Just don't get any that's made of palm, please, because
No, I respect the orangutan dose. that live in the forests of the foreign ministers' jungle lands. But
Yeah. Apart from that, I don't need anything else.
all right. Candela, I can get you a treat or some fancy food if you'd like.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm good.
All right, I'll see if. Tell you what, if I find something spicy, I'll grab it for you.
Hey, Candela,
What?
I got an idea for you.
What?
When we get to the tavern, we have a challenge and to see who can eat as many hottest hot wings ever.
You're going down, old man.
Oh, it's on. All right.
That's the case. If you're gonna go to the Temple of Abner and Fracknum is gonna go shopping, I'll go catch up with Uriel. Because I can just always have my discussion at the monastery tonight.
Sounds good.
I mostly just want to see if that doorknob's still squeaky.
Well, please be safe until you meet up with us again.
I grew up here. I'll be fine. I know how to run across rooftops to escape.
I remember the race. You were very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even use my wings once, and I beat everybody.
All right. Until we see each other again.
See you all at the tavern later.
See you later.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Candela, you're going to go visit Uriel at his house. Fractum, you're going to go shopping. And Dallin, you're going to go with Celine to the temple.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do that temple story real quick, and then we're going to hop over to Uriel and Candela. And then we'll get to Fractum with whatever they want to.
Please take your time. I'm totally fine with that.
Okay. So, yeah, Celine, waves goodbye to the others.
Sorry, Candela, stealing your girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend!
Celine?
And I awkward ninja run.
Celine, hold on. Candela, can you roll me a perception check?
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
I'm doing digital dice tonight because I'm
Ah.
too lazy to roll.
I smell tea.
That's a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, when Dowan says, sorry to steal your girlfriend, you see Celine visibly blush and try and hide her face.
Candela's face turns like 3 shades of like
Fire.
burnt orange.
So it's like
And
Tinkerbell.
she squeaks, she's not my girlfriend! And then I awkward Naruto ninja run away and leap onto a roof and continue running to Uriel's house.
Damn, that little thing is quick.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Celine just goes, anyway, temple. Like, awkwardly.
Could I roll the perception check as well to see if I notice the blush?
Sure.
14.
You see it.
That one looking back and forth. These bitches.
These bitches be
Gay.
gay. Good for them.
My
for them.
god.
My
These bitches gay.
And
Good for
here,
them.
and here we
for
see the closeted gay panicking, as they do naturally in the wild.
Only on coming out day. Happen.
Only a coming out day
Look.
do we bring out the atom, bro.
Look, with the universe being how it is, that's kind of it's kind of par for the course.
All right. That one's not gonna say anything. Just okay. How long did you say your a follower of Abner, Celine?
Sorry, say that again.
How long did you say you were a follower of Abner?
Well, since I was a child.
And you were indoctrinated by parents or calling?
It's kind of a long story. When I was a child,
I want to stress this now, Celine. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
no, I don't mind sharing my testimony. When
As
I
you
was a
wish.
child, my parents, I love my parents, they're great. They weren't exactly followers of the gods. And there was just one night where I could have sworn my father was calling me. And so I went to wake him up, but found he was fast asleep. And I was confused. I was like, why did you call me? And he said, I didn't call you, go back to sleep. So I did. And I heard the voice again, answered, Dad, yes. He said, I didn't call you, go back to sleep. I must have woke that man up 5 times before I finally just sat and listened for once. And it was a very different voice. It was Abner calling me, and it was very strange. It was unlike any kind of sensation I'd ever felt before. He called my name, and it was with such a kindness that I've never really experienced it before. Now I've experienced kindness, but this was next level. And he just said, I'm proud of you. I love you. Follow me. And I didn't question it. And it has been a struggle. It has been difficult, but I've gotten very far with him by my side. He's been gracious towards me countless times, even though I don't deserve it. He's like a second father to me, in a way. How did he call you? That
Awesome.
weird, huh?
He basically trolled the motherfucker.
He did.
And stealthy bitch. Went back to the village in which I was living in before my family vanished. Not just my family, my entire tribe. Went back there to sell some more things and collect a few things as well. Then I saw this damn, remember it was a white horse centaur, right?
Yep, it was a centaur with a white pelt with spots, like a dapple almost.
Yeah. And I saw this shepherd-like centaur, white and spotted.
Yep.
And you know the first thing he said to me?
What?
Why are you out here chasing ghosts?
Celine does that thing where she's standing up, right? And then she does.
Yeah.
Hands on the knees, like, oh boy.
Yeah. Apparently Abner's a He has sense of humor. That one.
Yeah. He can get to the point.
Threw me through a loop, got to talking, then it suddenly clicked, turned around. Guess what happened?
He vanished.
Yup.
Always says that.
Yeah, dramatic entrance, dramatic exit. Like, why are they so extra?
Because he can.
Oh, I hate that excuse. Not because it's
Well-
true, because it's true, but still.
I mean, let's be honest. If you had godlike powers, wouldn't you?
That's not the point.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, not the point. The point is, and yeah, from then on, we've been talking, and he recently told me my family's alive.
So they are alive.
Apparently so.
Good. That's good news.
Still don't know where they are, which is still worrying. But they're alive.
At least you can hold on to that hope.
I'm sure. Alive for how long, though?
That was a good question.
Anyway, yeah. That one takes the axe head and the newly formed staff, handle over the axe and just goes. Yeah, that should do it.
Very nice. Roll me.
Strength.
Yeah. With advantage since you know what you're doing.
Thank fuck, because that was a 7. That's much better. Thank you very much. That is 22.
Yeah. You just go and it fits and it sticks. Yeah.
Much. Question, Celine.
Mm.
And he shows her the axe. Do you recognize this? That's DM for, that's a good question.
No, I don't.
Alrighty then. Right. Where's the temple?
Right this way. And she leads you. Sorry, I'm eating a Starburst.
You're good.
I have to ask, is it berries and cream?
No. It's orange.
Fuck, the little lad would be disappointed.
Fuck the little lad.
Anyway. So Celine leads you to the Temple of Abner. It's pretty grand. It's large. It's got like stone, but the thing is that in the stone walls and the stone pillars, there is ironwork done in between the stones in a decorative fashion. So they basically, the people who built this temple basically forged this place out of stone and iron.
So the Smith part of my brain is having a field day right now.
Yes. It is beautiful, beautiful craftsmanship. It is built to last and built to be beautiful.
He he steps in, and it's a shame none of the other party can see this because Darren just goes, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, you missed out on all the pretty architecture.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Careful, we are in a church.
I'm not a paladin. I'm not a paladin. I'm allowed. And plus, Abner's got a sense of humor. He can allow a damn.
That's fair. So she leads you inside.
Yeah, and it, well, I'm sorry.
Don't die.
Wow. Yeah.
You good there, buddy? You're all right? You need some
no.
water?
No, I'm going through second puberty apparently, because there was a frequency I can't get because I get something like this. He just kind of looks around and I suppose I should get to praying.
You do that. I'm gonna do some of my own prayers.
And Celine, we're glad to have you around. Just want to make that known.
Thanks. I'm glad to be with you guys.
Keep an eye on Candela for me when I can't.
Perception.
That's a 19.
She blushes. She tries to hold her own, but she blushes.
Look, we've all been there. Our face betrays us. It's just like, no, I'm fine.
She just does that thing of, I will.
Darren's just gonna give her a long, hard stare, just like very knowing as well.
I'm gonna pray now.
Just saying, you two look cute together.
Shut up.
Shut up, Dad.
So she goes and prays.
Yeah, Darwin is going to pray as well.
Okay. Roll me religion.
How the fuck is a barbarian's religion higher than this perception? What the fuck? All right, ain't bad. 17.
17. Okay. Are you actively trying to get Abner's attention?
More like, yeah, no, I feel Darwin would kind of like kneel down with his hands and fingers intertwined, just kind of going, all right, I'm here. I don't know if this counts for anything, but I'm here. Hold on. Does he say it? He does. Your guidance has been helpful, and I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage without helping you. I will be of service.
Okay. So
He will say, do not expect me to be all talking holier than thou, but I shall be an instrument for you. You've been waiting for this, haven't you?
I'm sorry. Look. Happy DM noises. Okay. So yeah, as soon as you say that, like you're not sure if he heard you or not for a split second. And then all of a sudden, you feel a hand on your shoulder. It's heavy, it's strong, and immediately you feel Abner's presence wash over you like a tidal wave. And everything around you kind of it's still there. Everything around you is still there, but it's kind of when you get into the zone and things kind of blur themselves out of your conscious, it's
Yeah.
like that where you just feel him and you hear his voice so clearly. And other times he's shown himself to you, but it's almost like when he speaks, it's in your head, it's in your heart, it's in your body, it's around you, it's encapsulating everything that you are as a person. And he says, I expect nothing from you than for you to come to me as you are. If you want me to use you, then I will. And I will always be here for you.
Do I need to pick up a holy symbol then? Is that what's happening? No, Daryl doesn't know how this works. He's asking genuine questions.
No, it's a good question. It's a good question.
Darwin, Abner's blunt with Darwin. Darwin's going to be blunt with Abner. That's how this is going to work, I feel. It's just a blunt, straight out questions.
He just goes, he pauses and goes, no, you don't have to if you don't want to. I am always reachable just by talking to me. But if you want to carry around a symbol to remind you that I'm here, you may.
Does Darwin go for the bling?
Go for the bling, go for the bling.
Is that Hannah or DM talking?
Both. Well, more of me. More of just Hannah.
That's aesthetics.
It's aesthetic. Come on, blink.
He kind of nods and rises and has a look around.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like the world is quiet. Everything's still moving, everything's still going, but it's kind of like you're in your own bubble. You still feel the hand on your shoulder, but you don't see Abner.
I'll pick up one on the way out.
Very well. Give me a moment. I need to talk to Celine. And you feel the hand slip from your shoulder, and that presence dissipates. But you still feel that strength and warmness, that he left behind.
Just very quickly, like now that he's done this, Dan's gonna take a round. Do the people in the temple like have a look of recognition when they see Darwin?
No.
His prayers have been answered.
People don't people don't seem to be bothered with particular people coming in. They're kind of in for their own prayers.
All right. He's gonna find an apostle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find a siren woman.
Hello.
Why, hello. How can I help you?
This is gonna sound really strange, but please bear with me.
I need some bling.
Okay. What can I help you with?
Get out of my head, Candela. How do I acquire a holy symbol for Abner?
Oh, you're looking for holy stuff. Okay. Well, we have we have a number of things that we can do. There's bracelets, there's necklaces. We also make rings as well. Or even like pocket chains.
Do you have just a solitary pendant?
I believe we might. Let me go take a look. And she goes and takes
I'm
a
just-
moment.
I'm just hearing Borat as this woman speaks. This my house. Entry, please. He's pinning my assholes. Him cannot
You should
afford.
tell me
Great
Akbar.
success.
Cannot afford.
Great
God
success.
dang it!
God damn it, Paige.
I love you so much.
I love it, but god damn it.
She goes ahead and leaves the room for a moment. Comes back with a small well, I guess kind of medium size. It fits in both of her palms. Um and it's wrapped up with a string and like a linen in a way. And she comes in and goes, here, I found one. And I thought that it was the coolest one out of the ones that we had, so I hope that you like it.
He'll open it. What does that look like?
Yeah, it's really beautiful. So it is a pendant made of pure iron. It's all of the impurities have been beaten out of it. Like it is shiny. It has the symbol of Abner, his leaf symbol out of the three. Has his leaf symbol on it. And on the edges it's got a braided pattern with some like it looks like the forging tools on either side of the symbol.
Darren's gonna take that and intertwine it with his leather bracer on his arm.
Cool.
And he's just gonna be like, Put that there, wrap that there, and yeah. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I hope you
Yep.
have a very blessed day.
May your wild heart run free.
May your wild heart run free. And she does like a little bow and goes off and back to her duty.
Okay, this siren is too fucking cute. What the hell? Just does that, and yeah.
Cool. And Celine, you can see her at one of the little like pews, altars things where she's kneeling. And you see her get up, and before she turns to you, she's like wiping her face before she turns back to you. Says, "You ready to go?"
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
I'm about to say, calm down,
Nice plan.
Darwin. You're a married man.
It... First it was Kaylee, then the siren. Just fuck it. Yep. Then down one head back to the tavern to meet up with the others.
Okey-dokey. All right. Let's take 5 minutes for a break to get water and things like that. I'm gonna catch up on all of my typing.
You gotta run 1 minute ad break, and if that's
Yeah.
the case.
Yay! Money.
How long have you been waiting for Darwin to say that?
I mean, like, I wasn't waiting forever, but it's as a DM, it's very exciting for me. Because now I can get into the good shit.
Does that mean I can level up in Paladin now?
Yes.
When we all eventually level
When
up.
we,
now,
yes, it'll be very, very soon.
Kill. Actually, I need to remind myself to take some notes on basically what type of paladin I'm gonna be.
So, y'all know the queuing for petrol horse guy?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there we go. He's in a bath. He's strapped some sort of something that looks like a bath to a bike. So it looks like it's up in the air.
Some people have too much time on their hands.
I think he got pepper with the horse of like, I have to make wool. I have found my calling. I am the queuing for petrol man. But I'm in a bath. What? What?
Yeah, you want to run that by me again?
I mean, I laughed hard enough at the fucking one with the fucking horse. That was hilarious. Like, I don't need petrol because my runs on carrots. It's just. I am ready to fight my dad if I have to.
Y'all want to hear a really funny audio?
Go for it.
Is always.
Fights better than me. I run faster too. And I bet your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, but I'm not interested.
What?
Let me play it again.
Molly fights better than me. I run faster too. And I bet your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, but I'm not interested.
Oh no.
Here's another audio from Brooklyn Nine-Nine that's my favorite.
We gotta get to the hospital and we gotta get there fast.
Then I should drive.
Why you?
I have nothing to live for, and I drive like it.
Okay, let's do it.
Me.
No, somebody did it, but with clips from the Bad Batch. And when it cuts to the screaming and the sirens, it's the clip where Tech punched the ignition on the Havoc Marauder and it went zoom and then it did the Tokyo drift.
All right. Are you guys ready again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okie dokie. So we're gonna move over to Uriel. Habadi.
Stress.
Yeah, so you've gone ahead from the group. This is, we're catching up to you now. I'm guessing you're going straight to your family's home?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you go home. You're standing at the door of your childhood home. My
Well,
ear is ringing.
Uh, he will, knock first, but then he will enter because it's his fucking house.
Mm.
He'll walk in, kind of looking around. Dad, Mom, I'm here.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh dear. Opening the skull, getting my die. Okay. 7.
What'd you get?
21.
12. Yeah, so you step inside. You don't see anything, but you do hear something. You hear some subtle talking, not exactly sure what it is, but then you hear coughing.
He moves through the house. It's like,
Okay.
he heads up towards his parents' room. Because that's
Okay.
probably where she would be.
Yep. Yeah, the closer that you get to your parents' room, the coughing gets, louder gradually. And now that you're closer, you can hear the voice of your mother and your father beyond the door. You hear kind of just simple little things like your father saying, "Are you feeling comfortable? Is there anything I can get you?" And her reply of, "I'm fine, dear. Really, it's fine." Horrible coughing.
Oh yeah, he'll pause for a moment before knocking to enter because he's like, I don't get to hear this voice out of my father. Where he's just like he's concerned, he's being doting on my mother. I don't hear that a lot. I've gone home.
Yep.
Enjoying, knocking, opening door.
Yep. So you open the door, and you see your dad putting a washcloth on your mom's head. And he stands up and goes, "Ah, son, you're home."
Well, you did send Angus to get me. We were already on our way back, but I tried to keep distractions to a minimum.
I understand. He kind of gestures to your mom.
Yeah, he'll move over to her side. He'll kind of look at his dad. It's a look they've had before. Funnily enough, the last time they used it, his father was the one giving it to him when when Uriel accepted his position. There was the look of "we need to talk," and that's the look he's gonna give him. But
Okay.
he's prioritizing. He gives a look to dad, then goes to his mom. Face changes very much to like a much softer, expression as he takes his mom's hand.
When you look at your dad with that expression, he just does the and leaves. So he acknowledges that the two of you need to talk.
Okay. He'll sit down in the chair and he'll take his mom's hand. Hi, Mom. Surprise.
She she feels your hand and like goes takes her other hand and grabs your hand. She feels weak. She smiles. She's very clearly happy to see you. But you've never seen your mom like this before. She's ill. Pale. Like she's lost a lot of color. She's got bags under her eyes. She's not quite frail, but you can kind of tell that she hasn't been eating so well. She's tried to keep her hair combed at least. But still it's kind of not good.
He'll touch her forehead, like see her temperature, and you You seemed fine when I left.
Oh, it's fine, dear. It's really not anything crazy. Cough, 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 cough. It's
Is-
I think I just came down with something, but I promise you, dear, I will be fine. I just need to sometimes rest my eyes.
He's, he just kind of rubs her hand and he's like checking out because I know she like went like this. He's gonna look, kind of like turn her hand over. Is there any blood in her coughing?
That is a look of, oh shit, did I take notes for this?
Like, well, that's an excellent. Yeah, it's like I mentioned. That's an excellent fucking question. Your bloody discharge in her coughing.
So far, no. You're
Hmm.
not seeing any blood.
Okay.
But it's one of those like phlegmy coughs
Hmm.
where it's not blood, it's just like phlegm.
A lot of happening.
Yeah. It's a lot of what?
You'll look her over and just very worried.
Mhm.
If I had known you were ill, I would have maybe put off our departure a couple of days and made sure you get some more rest. Having to host a bunch of knuckleheads like us would be a bit taxing. Given that I am one of those knuckleheads, I'm well aware of that.
No. It's all right, dear. You are doing everything that you're supposed to be, and I'm so incredibly proud of you. And she reaches out and like touches your face, and says, I know that your father doesn't seem like it, but he really is proud of you, just like I am. We love you so much. Cough, cough, cough.
He's just like looking at her face of like, I love this. I acknowledge that you're being nice and I know that you're being loving, but also don't say this while you're coughing. That's very stressed of like, can you not say this while you appear to be on death's fucking door,
Can
mother?
you not? You're worrying me.
He
Yeah.
kind of nods and I know. Father's always been distant. A lot of things to do, very business oriented. But he didn't. I don't think he wasted any time sending Angus after me when you fell ill. How long is it? Have you been feeling poorly?
Well, I was fine when you left. Everything was hunky dory, and it wasn't until just a mere few days ago it started as nothing more than a tickle in my throat. But now it's spiraled a little.
I'm going to check. I'm going to check my abilities real quick. Sorry. What does this do? Sorry, I'm just checking my spells really, really fast. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm going to actually cast a spell, kind of trying to leave. He's kind of like wipe some of the sweat off her head, and I'm going to cast detect poison and disease.
Okay. Read the description for me.
Detection magic for the duration. You can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You can also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. This spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, and or 3 or 4 feet of dirt.
Cool. Yeah. So
It's just like fucking rangers.
sorry, I can't. Yeah, cool. So yeah, you cast that spell. And normally you've had experience with this spell before.
Mhm.
It's worked before. Duh. You know, and
Yeah.
you've been able to, detect any kind of diseases. Weirdly enough, in this specific case, nothing is wrong with her. You're not sure if it's like a new kind of thing or if it's magic induced or something, but your spell comes back negative.
Corona.
My mom did not catch corona.
There is no corona in Pandor. I refuse to bring that into my
No
game.
Rona in Pandor. No Rona.
No Rona.
No Rona.
Yeah,
No,
Pandor.
no, Sharona.
He kind of looks a bit confused as he kind of, just kind of wipes with the cold cloth.
Mhm. But you see her. You see her,
He looks sick.
condition. You hear her condition. She's sick, but your spell comes back negative. It is weird.
That is very weird. I'm checking another spell really quick. No, it's not. It's to be more superfluous than anything, but be a more placebo. But yeah, he has this confused look in space, but then he's gonna pats her hand like, I'm sure you'll be fine. Just make sure you do get some food. We'll find something that you can keep down if it's affecting you like that. But I'm not going to be out there gallivanting around the world while my mother lays here wasting away to nothing.
I know I'll be fine, and I know that you'll be fine too. However, there is something that I must ask you.
Anything. You know that.
Please, don't go to the fort.
How do you know about the fort?
You think that your own mother wouldn't know where you are? My son, your business is important. We're connected to the king. We know of some of your plans. We've heard about your stories, about going down to Creston. We're so proud. Just so dangerous out there. Please, for the sake of your own mother, please don't. And she kind of like chokes up. She's like, I'm just so worried. I, as your mother, do not want to lose you. I have been more than willing to support you in your gallivanting and your adventuring and all of those sorts of things, but this now, please don't go. You may go anywhere else, just not this one.
I'm not entirely sure I have a say in that much anymore, Mother. There is something I need to tell Father, but I wanted to tell you first because I told you about her first. First time when I found the coin. Mother, I've seen her. She spoke to me. She stood in front of me. She showed me the crystals. She showed me the fort. She showed me the war. I've stood before Batia. And I don't know what that means. Anita, I saw Anita. She says hello.
Oh, and she kind of does that. Oh, of like, oh.
Yeah, 'cause she knows. She's well aware. He's just like because he gets his little smile, like I saw Anita.
He's like, I saw Anita. She's like,
but
the
he,
whole Southern mom thing. We're like,
oh yeah, oh bless your heart. Put it in a positive way. See, that can
yeah,
be
so,
both
oh
things.
bless
It
your
can be both.
heart in like the really nice way.
Oh yeah, it can be both. It's very. It's got to be careful.
Yes, there's oh bless your heart, and then there's oh bless your heart.
You really got to think about what you said before to
Right.
elicit that response.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, she seems to think that means I'm some kind of special something. I don't know. I had a dream, vision. I was in the woods with Angus. I heard you calling me home. I saw you. I saw a father. I saw the door. I saw symbols. The God's mark, the mark of the people that were fighting, and some sort of glowing circle. She said that I told Anita this. She said that the ones symbol the people were fighting, that's bad. We were fighting them. God's mark got that. She said the circle wasn't bad, but I'm also wondering why I'm seeing it and why I'm seeing it here. I don't know. I there's a lot's happened.
she like visibly like her eyebrows furrow about like all those symbols. She's like, what?
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm just. It's been a busy time, and things have escalated.
She
Since
like places her fingers on your forehead.
so I don't have a fever.
She no, but she does the whole like thing on the face.
Yeah.
And just goes, you need to rest. Stay home.
There's nothing I would love more, but the Uriel who would just stay home and let the world go by around him when he could do something to help it. I'm not him anymore. I found these people, young, a bit older, others I haven't asked, and some quite mysterious. All put in this situation for some reason. And I can't just sit at home and let them face these things without me. My duty is to protect Pandor, and they are part of Pandor. I know you worry, but I can't hide from this as much as part of me wants to.
She squeezes your hand. And not in a comforting way. Like in a warning way. It kind of hurts. It's like, ow. And she says, just know that if you do go, I cannot protect you. I'm worried, Uriel. I do not want you to see what is out there, Uriel.
He kind of, like his hand on hers. This isn't like you. You worried about me before, sure, but you never told me not to go before.
I guess I'm just seeing my time running out. And she kind of like turns a little bit
as she turns, he makes like Batia's he kind of traces Batia's mark on her hand, and I cast protection from evil.
Okay.
What exactly that's going to do in this situation? But he's just like,
Anything helps.
evil and good, and he will be selecting the good creatures.
Okay.
The one willing creature he touches protected against certain types of creatures. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types disadvantage on attack rolls against target, or cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. The target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such creature. The target has advantage on any new saving throw. It's aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undirds.
Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, you cast that. And and she's still got your hand in hers. But it's now not exactly a death squeeze anymore. And she just sighs very deeply. And says, I will never stop being your mother. And I know I can't protect you from everything. But I can at least try.
He like raises her hand and kisses it. And he smiles at her. You've been protecting me in your various ways for a long time. It's my turn to protect you, father, the little ones. I thought about a lot of things on the road. You and father gave me a life. Some of the people I travel with, and some people I've just simply met, would die for. And I wasted it. A lot of it. Being the exact kind of snobby, do what I want without consequence asshole that I made fun of at the same time. You can't protect me from a world that other people need protection from. People are being taken advantage of. There are centaur tribes disappearing out of thin air. People are going missing. People are dying. I can't just sit back and watch it happen. And I need you to not talk about seeing the end of your line and all of this nonsense. That I have run into that old bird, the fortune teller. I've run into that old fortune teller. God knows how many times. I don't know how she fucking gets around. I just apologize for swearing.
Neither do I.
I have been following that old crone around since I was about the size she is now. And she has managed to last all this time. You are not about to die. I will have no talk of such nonsense from my own mother. He just kind of rubs his head. Sorry, that was a bit of an outburst. I've been worried since I got my father's letter. I'm not so much worried about me. I'm grown now, but my sister, my brother, they need you. Father needs you. I don't know what he would do without you. Probably go mad if he isn't already. I have to address that when I talk to him. But the world needs, the world needs me. That sounds a bit grandiose. There are people who need me, and this family needs you.
She sighs deeply and says, very well. I'd hate to do this on you, but my eyes are closing on me and I must rest.
He'll wipe her. He'll like help like her lay down and put a fresh, um, cold cloth on her head, or give her a little kiss on the nose. You rest. I need to talk with father, and I'll see if I can find anything to help ease your illness. Just rest, please.
She nods.
Kiss her hand and then leave her. Go downstairs.
As you were walking out, before you close the door behind you, you hear your mother shout to you, "If you go to the fort, I cannot guarantee that you will like what you see."
And kind of glances back. I kind of figured that out from the last one.
Okay.
The world.
She goes to sleep.
The one that's like, ah! He closes the door behind him. He's just kind of like,
Cool. At this point, Candela has made it to Uriel's house.
I look out the window and I see this Naruto running. Like, oh god.
She's literally climbing whatever garden, like, front yard wall y'all have. She probably caused a tile to slip. She looks around to make sure nobody saw before jumping down and then just kind of walking up to the front door.
Yes.
He's standing there at the window watching this display. I'm like, I'm gonna have to put that tile back there. Son of a bitch. He'll go downstairs, and he'll look at he'll look around. He'll sort of look around for his father first. Like, father, I'll be ready for that talk in a moment. You have a visitor, and he'll go to the front door and open it. Kendall's like go like this, open the door.
Oh, Uriel, you're not dead.
I try and avoid that when I'm away from you all.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Darwin and I kind of assumed you were about to like duke it out with your dad or something.
Well, I haven't gotten to that point yet. I was visiting my mother first. There's something odd going on there, but
Odd? What do you mean?
he'll sort of glance back and he'll like wave her in and sort of talk a little quieter. Well, one, she knows about the fort. And for some reason, she's.
How does
warning-
she know?
I don't. Well,
How does she know?
I'm serious. Celine told me not to tell anyone.
I'm aware that she
You know
probably.
how hard it is for me to keep secrets.
Yes, and this one was spoiled before I got here, so it's not my fault. I've always thought Mother may have odd dreams like I do. Maybe she saw something there, or maybe she knows more than I thought she did. I don't know. But she seems to be ill, but I used magic that I have to detect any poisons or diseases, and from the results of that spell, she seems fine, but she's clearly nearly deteriorating. She was fine the last time we left, but she's resting now. She told me that if I went to this particular fort, I would not like what I found, which is kind of par for the course.
I mean, we really didn't like what we found at the first one, so remember how that lady turned into necrotic goo?
Yeah, we found a necromancer, and then she melted. That was not fun.
No.
So, well, that's a foreshadowing forehead. As far as the other parts of my dream and what I talked with Anita about, she doesn't know much about the symbols or anything. So I was hoping my father did. I need to go speak with him.
Okay, well, I just wanted to check and make sure he hadn't kicked your ass yet.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm sure I'm due for a knock upside the head from my father. I've been a royal shit, but
That's an understatement.
Sunday. Um, yes, but yes, thank you for checking in. If you read to the others beforehand, let them know that we've so essentially received an ominous warning about exactly where we're going from the last person anyone expected.
Okay, I can tell everyone at the tavern. Um, unless you want to tell them yourselves once you're done talking to Pops.
Uh, well, before I meet up the rest of you, after I talk with my father, I do have to go to the palace because my assistant is probably sitting there at the desk, angrily staring at the door for me to come sign paperwork.
I mean,
And I have to give my
can't you just do it in the morning?
if I wait till the morning, I might forget that I'm gonna have someone
I
about your size
mean,
with an. She's about your size and wields a battle axe. I
I
don't want that.
mean, if you forget in the morning and we leave early to head out of town, maybe they won't catch you.
She's
I
your
don't
size.
understand how paperwork works. I grew up in a monastery, man.
That's entirely fair. It's not fun. Um, yes, thank you for checking in. I will get back to the rest. Whichever one of us gets back to them first can let them know.
Okay. Don't die when you talk to your dad.
I
I'm not a cleric, and I don't think Calypso is keen on bringing people back to life despite being a cleric.
yeah, that's probably fair. Um, I'll be fine.
Hmm.
Thank you for worrying.
Nah, I just wanted to see if you got your ass kicked or not.
Well, yes, worrying to see whether or not I did. And I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, I'm out on 5 seed. Thanks a lot. Kendall gonna turn and leave. She's gonna leap over the wall again and knock over another glazed tile.
There's a very deep inhale. Close
Now,
the door.
And head
what?
to the
What?
tavern.
Cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move over to Fractum, and then we'll have that conversation between Uriel and his father, and we'll end for the session tonight.
Hello, this is Fractum.
Hello. You said you're going to shop, right?
Yes, but if you want to finish the Oriole thing and then
I'd rather get to you first.
Okay. I'm totally fine. I've had a day, as I think we all have. So
Fair.
I'll tell you about it later. But it's up to you. Do you want to do Uriel or you want to do Fractum for a little bit?
We can do Fractum a little bit. I know you just had a handful of things to do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't want to ignore you for this whole session, so
Oh, that's you totally. I have.
No, I need a break. I need a little small interlude. Like, okay, now we have to do us this. Now comes the hard part. Yeah.
A lore coma.
More.
Lore coma. Okay, if that's the case, then Fractum is heading towards the bookstore.
okay. Where are you going first?
Is it a library or is it like a bookstore or what's the book situation?
They have a library / bookstore, so you can borrow books, but you can also purchase books. They also have a cute little thing where if you take a book, you can give a book.
Ooh.
And do that whole thing where it's really cool, where people can share different stories that they really enjoy.
I do enjoy those.
Yeah.
Fractum's gonna sort of like peruse those before going into the store, and then
Okay.
is just gonna ask, do you have any books on forbidden romance?
And you see well, yeah, a centaur male. He turns around, he's got a bunch of books in his arms. He's like huge and buff. He just goes, I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Yes, forbidden love stories.
Oh, forbidden love stories. Oh, those are actually some of my favorites. Let me see if I can find one. And he just goes whoom, with all those books on the table. He says, follow me.
Good soup. I mean, yes, I'm coming. I mean, yes, lead the way.
Yeah, so he leads you to like the romance novel section, and he goes, yeah, so here's a bunch of the romance books. These are kind of more of the soft romantic. That's a little bit more of the erotic. That one, these are more of the like enemies to lovers arcs. Um, but Forbidden Love, I kind of would suggest. And he like pulls out a handful of books, and he's like, this one's really good. This one's got a friends to lovers arc, where it's about two kingdoms that are at war with each other. And then this one, and he just kind of keeps going.
Yeah. However many he suggests, Fractum will take.
It's about $5.
Okay.
And he goes, all right, gonna do some light reading, I see.
Well, I don't often sleep, so it's nice to have something to kill time in the evening.
That makes sense. Well, I sure hope you enjoy it.
Oh, do you have maps of our realm?
Maps. We have plenty of maps. And he leads you again. And he's got like a whole shelf full of scrolls
Okay.
of different maps.
Okay. Fractum is looking for something older, like the oldest one they have, similar to like the time of the battle
Okay.
that we witnessed. But also a current map would also be helpful.
Yeah. So you definitely find a current map.
Mhm.
That's not hard to find. Roll me a history check.
Okay. 15.
Sorry. So you find the modern map, but you also find a really old map. It's very rare to find anything from 2,000 years ago because it's 2,000 years ago. But you do find one that's at least has to be hundreds of years old. It looks like it could be, at least to your experience, the most accurate to some of those old maps that you would find
Okay.
a long time ago. And on that map specifically, there are paths that aren't on your modern maps. There's paths, and they're sectioned off for different sections according to the races.
Okay.
There's certain like border lines. There's also structures written on the map that aren't there anymore in the modern map.
Right.
So you could definitely compare and contrast.
Okay.
But yeah.
Can I take these? I'll pay for them, of course, but
Oh yeah, sure. I think the modern scroll you can get anywhere, so you can just take it. But for the old one, that one is a rental.
oh, all right. When would you like me to return it?
I say sometime within the next 2 weeks.
Oh, I can do that. Absolutely.
It should give you plenty of time.
Yes. So the 5 books and then the 2 maps, please.
All right, and he kind of rings up all your stuff. And says, "All right, what kind of payment would you like to pay with? Are we doing seed, pearl, iron, wood?"
Off the table because I've already forgotten.
You're good.
What
So,
is gold? Pearl or is gold?
Gold is iron, or platinum is iron, which is the most expensive. Gold, I believe, is seed.
No,
then
seed
it's
is silver, I believe.
is it?
I have
Okay,
notes.
pearl.
I have it notes.
Okay.
Platinum is iron, pearl is gold, seed is silver, root is copper.
Cool.
Root, wood, it's interchangeable for those two.
Yeah.
And they both have two O's in the middle. So yeah, I'm sorry, you said pearl was gold?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just gonna write this down too so I stop making an ass of myself here.
Okay, you're good.
And iron is worth the most, seed and pearl are about equal, and then wood is okay, cool. Well, I think I have the most pearl on me, if that's quite all right. Although I can pay in silver. I'm sorry, in
No, that's all right. It should come out to I think just 20 per.
huh? What is seal?
So he takes the pearl, and he goes, do you want me to wrap up these for you?
No, thank you. Fraxum will pull out a piece of cloth. It's like roughly the size of like a dish towel.
Mhm.
Sort of like wrap the books and the maps in that, and then carry it bundled underneath their backpack.
Cool. Yeah.
I will see you in less than 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
And then Fractum will go out and look for that shop where they got was it the scarves that you could use as a hood? The one that we took when we were
Yes.
going to the desert. So they're gonna go there
Mhm.
and see if they have any yarn.
Yarn. Okay.
To the viewers at home, I'm sure this is a riveting plot line.
I mean, Fractum's transitioning into a middle-aged mother, getting naughty books and learning how to crochet.
Yes, they're going for Forbidden Parent.
So yeah, so Fractum, you go to the scarf store, and the merchants welcome you. There's a Phoenix girl manning the store.
Light or dark?
Dark
Oh, cool.
or ashen.
Ashen, yeah. Hello.
There's light, fire, and then there's ashen.
Yes, yeah. I'm half ashen.
Yeah.
Half something else.
Half Brightwood elf.
The other elf.
Darkwood elf.
Darkwood elf, yeah.
Yeah.
Got a job.
I know my species.
It's my fault because I should know who So hello.
Oh, hello. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Well, you're quite chipper. I appreciate we've been traveling for a while, so
Well, yeah, traveling could probably wear you down a little bit, but welcome. Is there anything that I can help you with or to find?
yes, I'm looking for a aquamarine or teal colored scarf.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. And so she goes over, and there's a whole wall filled with stuff, and she's got a handful. It's in like a rainbow
Okay.
order, so it's kind of easy to find that. And so she goes up and says, well, there's this one which is a little bit more on the blue side, or there's this one which is a little bit more on the green side. And she's like kind of goes through like a little bit of the different patterns that they have.
Okay. Which do you think would go best with my my aesthetic?
She takes a good look and goes, got it. And so she grabs the scarf off of the wall and, very gently like places it over your shoulder just to kind of like get an idea of how it looks.
Yes.
And goes, yeah, this one I think would look really beautiful for you.
You're too wonderful. I'll also take a black and gold one if you have one with gold embellishments. It doesn't need to be real gold. Just
Yeah, and she grabs one off the wall.
excellent. It's nice to have a formal and a fun scarf.
Of course.
Funny story. The last scarf I bought here, I lent it to this just wonderful, wonderful person. But they took it. So
Oh no.
it's all right. It was kismet, and that now I have these two beautiful scarves. I also, if you don't mind, yarn in various width and
Yarn.
multiple
She kinda
colors.
looks around and she goes, hold on, and kind of goes to the back and like brings out a whole box full of yarn.
Wow. Yes. I'll take this one, and oh, this looks very soft. What a weird texture. Ooh, this is itchy, but it looks warm. And I'll take one of these as well, and we'll take 5 skeins out. And then, do you happen to have any hats?
Not in this store specifically. We kind of more do well with fabrics.
Okay.
But there is a hat store down the street.
What about hoods or cloaks?
I might have some. And so she kind of goes to a section. There's like a kind of a smaller section. But there are some options there.
Okay. A hood or a hooded cloak?
Both.
How about let's see, I have a black, gold, orange, teal motif, so
You can easily find one in orange.
ooh. Okay. Yeah, this is I really like this, although it might be kind of bright if I'm trying to hide. Do you also have a black one?
Yeah, there's this one.
Oh, I like the lining on this one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Tell you what, I'll take what is my total going to be for the 5 skeins, the 2 scarves, and the 2 hooded
Well, it
robes?
comes out to about 15 seed.
15 seed?
Mhm.
Is that all? It seems a little light.
It's all right. We kind of have a discounted bundle right now.
Oh, well, if that's the case, here's 20 seed and take 5 for yourself.
Oh, that's very kind of you. You didn't have to do that.
Oh, please, you're so helpful.
Thanks.
Last but not least, do you know where I can find an apothecary?
An apothecary. There should be one down there.
You're too helpful. Thank you so much for your time, and may your wild heart run free.
May your wild heart run free. And she like waves as you leave.
And then we'll duck over to the apothecary for sundry oils, spicy sauces, and maybe just some accoutrement.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that you found all of those things.
Okay.
With great ease, and it only cost you 5 seed.
5 seed. Okay. Wow. What a deal!
What a steal!
What a bargain! Okay, cool. And then from there, I will sort of gather my purchases. Maybe grab a snack by a fountain, and organize everything while I wait for everyone to reconnect at the tavern.
All right, so you head back to the tavern. And meet up with Dallin and Celine and Calypso, who is alone in the corner drinking.
Crackle wave at Calypso and nod smilingly at the other 2.
Cool. And we will head back to Uriel and his father. We'll make this quick since it's getting late. But Uriel, you round the corner and you see your father with a book in his hand going into his office.
He will make his way to follow.
Okay. Your father takes the book in his hand. He seems to be doing some reading to kind of distract a little bit. He sits down at his desk, but his office door is cracked open.
He will, out of habit, because of his always raised, knock and then open. Oh, I have not been in this room in years.
How did the conversation go with your mother?
Troubling. I used some magic that I have available, and there's no, at least none that I could detect, any poison or disease present. Something else is possibly affecting her. I only have so much availability with magic. But she warned me about the forts, specifically the one near here. She seems to have known that that's where we're headed. I wonder who told her that. Father.
He kind of raises his eyebrow, goes, "Are you implying that I had something to do with this?"
That depends. Can or will you tell me what the significance of a glowing circle may or may not have appeared in my dream?
Perception check.
This is going to be a little harder, actually, because he's good at this. Ooh, hey, nice. It's a good one. Good. Perception. That is 22.
Yeah. When you say the bright circle, you see like his brows twitch. Not in a negative way, more of like a the fuck kind of way.
Yeah. He's kind of like, he notices like, you're slipping, old man.
I've had nothing to hide, young man.
No, we both know that's not entirely accurate. A lot of things I'm finding out I didn't know. Things that are being kept. I spoke with Anita, by the way. She said something. I asked her about it, and she told me that it wasn't necessarily a negative symbol. I guess I should explain the whole dream. I was in the forest behind the house, as I often was growing up, training with Angus, practicing with my archery and my swords and all that good stuff. I heard Mother calling me back to the house, and suddenly back to the house I was. I saw the door. He glances behind him. I saw 3 symbols. The God's mark, this glowing circle. He'll look more directly at him. Like he's looking at him generally. He'll look like in his eyes. And the symbol of the liegemen, the people that I'm fighting.
Nasty folks.
Oh, that they are. I imagine you've heard stories of the other fort that we went to.
I've only heard legends. And More myths than fact.
Well, let me add context for you. It was indeed a fortress. Marks of the gods just about everywhere. Depictions of what happened on the walls. A journal written by the original, by one of our founders of our great union. Graveyard filled with fallen soldiers. One in particular marked with a liegeman's sigil. And a necromancer who attacked us. And once freed of some manner of control, pleaded with us. And he hesitates before pulling the crystal from under his shirt to find these.
Your father doesn't hide it. You see, like, it's so subtle, but his eyes go like, oh shit. Like,
No,
and not in a negative way.
no,
Just
it's
like a whoa.
It's one of those things. His traditional stoicism and is faltering because he's, I can't hide that. Oh shit,
Yep.
I can't hide the oh shit on my face.
Basically.
And he's
He's
kind of like,
oh crap.
he like kind of twitches his own brow, very much reminiscent of his father. That little, and he'll tuck it away. Ah, so you do know what that is. Then I guess the third thing I have to tell you won't surprise you. And he'll motion to the coin.
Mhm.
I've seen her, Father. She speaks to me. She appeared before me and showed me what happened. The crystals exploding into shards, the magic being twisted, the war, and what I believe may well be this mysterious leader of the Legion.
Fatia is known to give visions of the future, that is certain.
And visions of the past. She is also associated with that fine tradition of our family surrounding death. And
She is not death.
I'm not quite sure what she is. To me, anyway. Ever since I found the coin, I've been hearing rustling winds, the shiver across my spine in a room with no breeze. And now she's appearing to me in her whole form with her voice in my head. It's soothing and chilling, like a winter's breeze. But it's also comforting. I think she has some sort of plan. But she is also the most mysterious and vague of the three. So I am left to ponder what she wants of me. Anita seemed rather worried in the way that she does, in the way that Mother does when I told them.
Her condition confuses me.
It's not poison that I've ever encountered. It's not a disease I've encountered. She seems focused solely on, she seemed focused almost entirely on protecting me and keeping me away from the fort. The words she used concern me. You can go anywhere else in this world, but do not go there. That is not a level of caution or.
That's a warning.
It's a warning. That's not like her. That level of severity.
Not like her at all. And that is very concerning to me. And he stands up from his chair. and says, I've known your mother for a very long time, and this is not the kind of behavior that she normally exhibits. And frankly, it disturbs me. And the fact that she does not want you involved concerns me even more.
Be honest.
Whether you'd like to believe it or not.
How does she know about the fort?
That
Most
I do
people
not know.
think it exists. Yet she told me to specifically not go there. She brushed it off, saying that she heard it from someone connected to the king because of my position, but that's not information they would just discuss in the open.
Not at all. The king is very careful about his information.
Sure, the other councilmen would scoff at the idea I'm chasing forts in the first place. Now I see why you sent Angus. If she was just sick, he wouldn't have bothered, but this is different.
This is more to it.
He kind of grips his hands. They're frustrated. And I can't do anything about it. I have to just worry about everything. Anita's been keeping secrets from me, which is her own business. Whatever this circle is her business. Whatever secret business she has, protecting Pandor, that's her business. But it makes me worry. I'm traveling with a monk girl who seems to be very important, very spunky one. That one. She seems to be very important to people outside of our group. She's important to us, of course, but she seems to be important to people. I'm traveling with Darwin, of all people. It's a mysterious, a pair of mysterious sirens. One's a child, one seems older than anyone can fathom. I'm traveling with another various mysterious and concerning people. And the more I try and find answers, the more questions I have. And all this time, I've been hearing Batia more and more, only leaving me with more questions. And now my mother lays in a bed with some mystery affliction focused in on something she should know nothing about. And I don't, even if the ideas I might have that someone might be influencing her, I don't have the magic to affect that. I put protection over her, but it won't last very long. He's very frustrated.
Yeah, he goes, your father takes a moment and goes, so what do you think is wrong? I want to hear your best educated guess. What do you think is wrong?
The change in behavior, it worries me because it makes me think of the necromancer. Her personality before the influence was removed was night and day. She seemed confused. She was scared. All she could think about was defeating the Legion and finding the crystals, making sure that their plan didn't succeed, that we saved the day. And a moment later, some spell released inside of her and she was snuffed. She melted in front of us before we can get anything else out of her. And that's magic. That is black.
Dark magic.
It's dark. And the worrying trouble thing to me about that particular woman, I don't think she was a necromancer before they got a hold of her. That is twisted magic that goes against all manner of nature. And if someone is able to influence people from a great distance, even subtly, my worry is I can't not go. I have to go. I have to find this thing. I have to get my friend to that place to find something important. We have to
And I
figure
will
out.
not stop you. This is the first time that your father has ever actually encouraged you to do anything.
But I'm worried that if I go, they'll retaliate against Mother.
That is not something that you can control. If your mother is indeed connected somehow.
And that infuriates me. They're going. And what confuses me more, yes, I'm traveling with this group. Yes, we're going. But why single me out? Why, if I'm right, why go after my mother to try and use her to convince me not to go? What is in that fort that pertains to me or our family that they don't want me to find? The last words she said before I closed the door, she almost shouted it at me before she fell asleep. If you go there, you will not like what you find. That seems personal.
What does she know? And he like scratches his head.
I don't know. She knows, she knew the words to use to get at me. It was manipulative. And that's definitely not my mother. She talked about seeing the end of her days. And Liraz is still walking around. She's been walking around looking the exact same.
God knows how long.
At least since I was as tall as she is, which is remarkably short. She keeps popping up everywhere. That's a side concern, but the little old woman pops up literally everywhere we go. And now she's back in.
Concerning.
I talked to the owl. He's not very forthright with information, but he's there to protect her. She's mad, but there's something more to it. There has to be. But
Your father kind of takes a breath and just goes, I have some things to think about and to study, and I have errands to run. And he kind of
he
walks past you.
he kind of puts his hand on his shoulder. I still think there's some things you're not telling me, but that's a story that is a discussion for another day. I just had a thought. Death for our people is, until we get much, much older, something of a temporary setback in certain contexts. The way she talked was as if Mother had died. Mother had rebirthed multiple times at this point, and she was nearing her end. The way she talked about seeing the end was like someone who doesn't know how that process works. I might be due for a rebirth at some point. Feeling a bit stiff lately, but
Something's wrong.
I have to go meet up with my friends and let them know what's going on. I also at some point stop by my office because I probably have a paperwork pile as tall as I am. But just be careful, Father. I know you're not one to show worry, but I can tell. She needs the you. She needs you. And I can't be here to protect both of you.
He doesn't say anything, but with your hand on his shoulder, you see him like he's thinking. Clearly, he's been thinking this whole time. And he just does like this and moves on. It's not like you're not used to that.
Yeah, he's like fatherly affection. What the fuck? He'll close
Affection?
like before he goes. He will actually look around the office to see if he sees
Make
anything.
perception check.
Yeah, and you know I wasn't gonna walk in here and like let me see if I see a thing. That would be a natural 20 for a 26.
Oh my
This
god.
die is like, yes, what do you see? What the fuck?
Okay,
God?
yeah, so you kind of gently scan your eyes around the room and you see on a bookshelf a book. It's a very particular looking book. It's dark and it's kind of raggedy.
I move closer to the book. It's one that just kind of jumps out at my attention, like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
hmm.
As you get closer, it's old, but not like super old. Not like old.
I like the journal that I found.
Yeah, it's just it feels like it's been used. You know.
Yeah, a well-worn journal.
Yes. So it's not like ages old, but it's seen better days.
Yeah,
Whether it's just been worn because it's been used so much or worn over time.
maybe maybe a big
Maybe a little both, you know.
I reach out and I touch the book.
You just touch it.
Yeah, for now I'm just
Touch the book.
Yeah, I will slowly pull it out from the shelf and look at it.
Yeah, so you pull it out from the shelf and from in between the pages something falls out of it.
And onto the floor.
Mm-hmm.
like
Just
what's that? I will look down and I will pick up the something.
it is a pendant on a chain. On the pendant, you see a very familiar symbol, one that you carry all the time. The symbol of Batia.
He'll look at it. And he'll look at the book, kind of glance back towards his his father is probably like glance towards the door, if whether or not his father's there or not,
His dad's gone.
and he'll hold the pendant and then open the book.
You see, when you open the book, your father's own handwriting. And this seems to be the very first page he marks down as the day that you were born. And the excitement of him being a father. And he describes in detail about the worries that he has and the excitement that he has, but also the fact that he's been hearing a voice calling to him ever since you were born. And you flip
through
through.
that and goes, "Oh, that can't. Oh."
Oh boy,
He
what?
just had that thought of like, shit. Ding. He's gonna keep reading, but he's like, that's that momentary. Oh shit! And then he keeps reading.
Yeah. So basically, as a quick run through, he's marked down like week after week of experiences that he's had and talking to Batia and experiencing her influence and him praying to her to protect you. and to protect their family as well. And it's the last entry that he had was today, where he describes his worry about his wife and his worry about you. And he's not sure on what to do, that he trusts that Batia knows what she's doing, you know, that things will turn out all right somehow, but he is scared.
Uriel touches his coin and kind of, he didn't really know how he communes with her. He just kind of like thinks about it, and he sort of turns to sort of like, because if she appears when he does this, he wants her to have the room, not just like up against this bookcase. Like he turns around and sort of like touches it and touches the symbol. So he has he's actively touching both the coin and the pendant. He knew all this time. You've been here all this time.
You feel a little wind.
Sort of turn towards wherever the wind sort of, you kind of feel.
There's no response. There's just wind.
No. But he kind of instinctively turns that way. I still don't know how all this works. I thought when I heard you as a kid, I thought I was just hearing things. I heard you singing in the woods. I heard you giggling when I was pulling pranks as a child. Did he know before I told him that I was experiencing the same thing? Granted, his usual response to me getting into shenanigans was Batia's blessing, which kind of should have probably been a hint. He he'll set the journal on the table on his desk and put his father's pendant on top of the journal. I mean, I probably should get a more proper symbol for you, but I like the coin, I think. He kind of closes his eyes and tries to like reach out more. Whatever plan you have, whatever you want to ask of me, I'll do it. I've been putting it off for longer than I thought, apparently. I had asked the same thing my father asked of me. Tell me how to be of service. And please protect my family.
The only thing that you hear is Batia's voice echo, and she says, "Go to the fort." That's all she says.
Oh, at least we're all on the same page. He wonders that, like, well, at least we're all on the same page. And he will, he will leave. He leaves, he's literally leaving the journal in there to let his father know that he saw it. But he also, it's also not like thrown across the room, like, you lied. No, it's just like, he's like, I know, and I won't tell nobody. He's being cheeky, like, I won't tell nobody. That you actually excited about me.
All right. So the last shot of the night. The
Uh-oh.
last shot of the night. We see Uriel walk out of his father's office after putting the journal away. But the camera doesn't follow Uriel out the door. Instead, it stays inside of the office and turns back to the desk. And it zooms into the desk and into one of his drawers to where there's another smaller book that's a little worn, dark leather, dark pages with a symbol of a liegeman on it. And that is where we're going to end the session
I'm
tonight.
sorry, what? The fuck?
You want to run that by me again?
You son of a bitch.
We're not gonna speed past that. You just didn't say what
You
you
can't
said.
just speed past that and expect us not to question it.
To be continued.
Fuck.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
God fucking damn it, you son
God
of a bitch.
fucking damn it, Dave.
What?
God fucking damn it, Dad.
With that, we're gonna head off for the night because it's really fucking late. Thank you all for
Yeah.
joining. We'll hopefully see you this Friday for GKC. So yeah,
Yes.
I
y'all
will
have
be
a
late,
great
maybe.
rest of your night, and we'll see you at the end of the week. Bye-bye.
Bye.